Okay, let's go over homework 4.7, number 7. Right? So what we want to do is we're going to move around P so that angle theta is the largest possible. Right? So let's see, given values, A is given to be 3 and B is 4. So 3 is here, B is 4. So that's 4 right there. Right? And the C is 7. Right? So those are given. Right? So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna draw a split the theta by this horizontal line. Right? So that here I'm gonna call this angle alpha, which is gonna be alpha is gonna be over here too. And then I'm gonna call this angle beta, right? Then beta is gonna be here, right? All right, so we know that, let's see, let's try to involve alpha. So we can look at the tangent, for example, of alpha, right? So tangent is opposite, which is, we have to call this something. I'm gonna call this guy x. Right, so of course it's a 4 minus x would be right here, so 4 minus x here. Alright, so it's going to be opposite, which is x, over adjacent, which is going to be 7. Right, so by taking the arctangent of both sides, we can get the alpha to be, right, arctangent of opposite over hypotenuse. All right. Same way we can express beta. So beta is going to be, of course, arctangent, and opposite is going to be 4 over minus x over adjacent. Adjacent is going to be 3. Right? So we have that. All right. So we can express theta in terms of x. This is going to be simply alpha plus beta. So you have alpha plus beta, which is going to be, I forgot to put arctangent here. So it's arctangent of x to x over 7 plus arctangent 4 minus x over 3. All right. All right, so let's try to maximize this function. All right, so this is going to be on. All right, so angle, let's say x is going to start from, of course, 0, and the largest is going to be 4. All right, so let's do that. Let's take the derivative. So theta prime of x is going to be, right, derivative of arctangent is 1 over 1 plus x squared, but x plus 7 is in there, so it has 1 plus x squared over 7 squared would be 49, right? Then derivative of x over 7 is 1 over 7, so you have 1 over 7 here, right? Plus, right, derivative of arctangent of 4 minus x over 3 would be, right, 1 plus, right, 4 minus x squared would be 16 minus 8x plus x squared over 3 squared would be 9, right? Then derivative of that would be negative 1/3. Right? So you can see that, let's see, I don't like a whole bunch of fractions, so I'm going to multiply top and bottom by 79 here. And on the second one, I'll multiply top and bottom by 9. So we will get something like this. Right? So this is going to be equal to. Alright, so multiply top and bottom by 49 on the first one. So it's going to be 7 on top. Right? Then you have 1 times 49 is 49. Right? 49 cancel out, so you're just going to get x squared, which is nice. And then there's going to be a negative sign here. So then multiply top by 9, you're going to get 3. Multiply this by 9, so it's going to be 9 plus, I'm going to just write it as, let's see, 9 plus 16, so it's 25. So you have 25 minus 8x plus x squared, right? So we have that. Alright, so before we set that equal to each other, I'm going to do take the common denominator and try to combine these fractions together. So take the common denominator. You're going to get, so you have x squared. I'm going to write it as x squared plus 49. Right? That's a positive quantity. And then you have x squared minus 8x plus 25. Right? You have that. All right, then you have to multiply 7 by 20 x squared minus 8x plus 25. So it's going to be, let's see, 7x squared. And 7 times negative 8x would be 56, negative 56x. All right, 7 times 25 is going to be, 7 times 5 is 35. And 7 times 2 is 14, so 175. All right, and a minus. All right, so you have to 3 times 49. Let's see, so that's going to be 9 times 3 is 27. And 3 times 4 is 12, so 1 minus 147. And then minus 3 times x squared, so it's a negative 3x squared. All right, and which comes out to be, all right, 7x squared here minus 3x squared, so it's going to be 4x squared. And then you have a negative 56x, negative 56x, right? Then let's see, 175 minus 147, let's see, 15 minus 7 would be 8. And then you have 6 minus 4 would be 2, so it's a 28, so plus 28. And then you have the denominator is exactly the same. So x squared plus 49 times quantity x squared minus 8x plus 25. All right? So let's set that equal to 0. All right? Then you will get, let's say everyone seems to have 4 on top. So I'm going to just factor out 4. So you're going to get that. Then you have x squared. And to pull out 4 from negative 56x, going to be negative 14x. And pull out 4 from 28, so 4 times 7. So it's going to be plus 7. Right? So we set that equal to 0. Right? And divide through by 4 is just a constant. So we just have to solve this quadratic equation. So I guess we can't factor it out nicely. So I'm going to use a quadratic formula. All right. So it's going to be. So this is going to give you x equals, right, negative b, so it's positive 14, plus or minus square root of negative 14 squared is be 196 minus 4 times 1, a is 1 times c is 7, so 4 times 7 and 28, right, all over 2 times 1, so it's 2. So this comes out to be, let's see, you have 14 is 14 plus or minus. So this is square root of, let's see, so square root of 16 minus 8 would be 8. All right, so 8 minus 2 is 6 and 1. All right, so 100 square root of 168 would be, let's see, so you can pull out 2 square root of, all right, so divide by 4, so it's 42. Right, then you divide by 2, you see that 14 divided by 2 is 7. Then you have plus or minus square root of 42. All right, so since x is between 0 and 4, so 7 plus square root of 42 is way too big, so only possibility is actually 7 minus square root of 42. All right, so let's see, let's look at the number line, see if we can determine that this will actually give us the maximum.